going to show you a really cool air sealing tip if you're using gunned spray foam today. So let me just explain the situation that I'm in right now before we actually get into the tip. We had to remove some of this old siding. I don't think you can see it anymore. It was down here. Can you see the ends of it? Yeah, here you go. So we've got some of this old shiplap pine siding, and basically everywhere that shiplaps together, that's an air leak. That was this home's structural sheathing. So we knew we needed to remove that when we removed it. They had attempted to blow in some insulation. That didn't work very well. There was voids all over the place. So we just knew we needed to get it off. And we're putting new diamond coat siding on this. So we need a nice flat surface to fasten our diamond coat to. So we knew that we needed to just remove the shiplap, start over. There's another wall on this house. We're gonna have to do the same thing. So we got off as much of it as we could, but I didn't want to tear down these rafters and this ledger just to remove every single piece of that shiplap. And even if I did, I'm not sure I would still be able to sheathe this wall from bottom plate to top plate. Now your bottom and top plate connections are really important for air sealing. So for the bottom plate, we're just using a bead of Lexel and we're going to place the sheet into the Lexel. That should air seal that gap between the sheathing and the bottom plate. But at the top plate, we've got this void up here. Because of that, I can't really air seal that top plate connection very well because we're not putting our structural sheathing up there, and I just don't want to take this down. There's nothing wrong with these rafters and this ledger. We're going to be able to attach our cam-clad soffit directly to it, so it's not going to be a big deal. Here's the tip. This is how we're going to air seal that void, the top plate connection to that existing shiplap siding, okay? So this is a can of Great Stuff foam, just a regular straight up gaps and cracks foam. And what I've done is I've taken a piece of 12-2 with ground, Romex, and I have stripped the wires out of it, and now I've just got this piece of sheathing, and then I've got this hose clamp tied to the gun. So you can see there's a little bit leaking out right there, but that's not a huge deal. This is going to allow me to use this canister upright the way it needs to be, and I'm going to be able to shoot that top plate connection up there and actually foam it with this. So let me show you a little bit how it works, but this is all you got to do. This is the tip, man. A piece of 12-2 with ground, and you've got yourself a flexible extension for one of these pro applicators. So now I can just stand on this stool and go around the whole perimeter of that top plate right there. Yes, it kind of overflows, so you got to watch out. We're replacing this deck, by the way, so we don't really have to worry about foam getting on the deck. Now I could just go up here, and I'm going to run it like this. And I'm even going where the drywall connects. I'm trying to air seal that as well. I'm just putting a nice healthy amount up in there. And I'll show you what it looks like here in a second. Let me get a couple of these bays done, and we'll try to get the camera up in there so you can really see what I'm doing. There you go. You can see what we got going on there. So we've done that all the way down this entire wall. So on the back side right here, underneath that ledger where the siding's connected to the top plate, and even where the drywall is connected to the top plate. Those are major leak points, man. So then when you're done, just pull it off, clean up your gun, you're good to go. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I've got tips and tricks, how-to videos, tool reviews coming out all the time. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.